Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's hunt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The Gamecocks offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
To the air, it's Sellers. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Breaks into the open. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Kennesaw State right back to work. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing, working on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Howell.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks are on the move.
And that's good enough for a first down.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Leaves it with the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Williams looking for a man. Floats it out in space. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. There he goes. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Hubs it downfield. Working the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Howell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Sellers. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick strike complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got a little space. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll give it to him again. Find some fresh air.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
It'll be a draw. Running into the open space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they tacked on the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it
nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of touchdown, Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
21, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Dean. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. He'll do it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. They've got a third down and manageable from right around midfield. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
The QB sneak has been around for 4,000 years. Obviously, it's an exaggeration, but so hard to stop. Quarterback gets it, starts to burrow behind that offensive line, and now you got the push behind with these guys. It's almost impossible to stop.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Using his legs, it's Howell. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Motion from the back. Williams will pass. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the move, it's Howell. Nice move there. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Got the quick completion. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Williams looking for a man. Using the quick game. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Kennesaw State right back to work.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks the tackle. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Clark. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Takes it on the shovel. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Up-tempo for the offense. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, South Carolina! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Williams will pass. Finds his tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The lone back's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they're dragging down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, like after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field, he had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Kennesaw State right back to work. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Owls. The extra point here would tie the game. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Got it behind the line. It's Howell.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Grab near the marker. It's Clark. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to pass. Looking left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Caught in the backfield. It's Howell. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
2nd down.
Looking to fire. Snares it outside. It's Howell. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the run, it's Howell. Oh, what a move. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Number 22.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Kennesaw State, 24.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. And they're able to get him on the ground. Kennesaw State right back to work. Trying play action. The sure hands, it's Rogers. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Sellers. A little screen to the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's caught. It's Clark. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Howell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Gamecocks look to do some damage in the red zone. Gets it out fast. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
South Carolina, number 6, with the carry.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
Kennesaw State, 24.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Fighting off the defender. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Williams will pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Kennesaw State right back to work. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So they couldn't get it done on 3rd down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. Makes the catch at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wideout. The quick out. Strong, firm tackle. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Third down coming.
They'll try to get it through the air. Looking down the middle. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Williams looking for a man. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Great place to start for this offense. Oh, it's a reverse. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Kennesaw State right back to work. Williams will pass. It's complete to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Snagged in the middle. It's Rogers. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Looking at a 2nd and short now.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the third time today.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. There he goes. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. Slithers into space. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.